Hi everyone, today we're going to do a video using some power band. So you can use some tubing from a bike if you prefer, or if you have some band that's tied, you might want to untie it to start off, and then as we go along we'll tie it back together. Doesn't matter what resistance you have, but you can bring a few different resistance bands if you have them, and then you can play around with which ones as we go along. Okay, so we're going to start in sitting. Alright, so sitting, and we're going to start off with the band about shoulder width apart, a little bit of tension on the band, and we're just going to bring the arms up and down, up and down. Well done. So think about keeping those shoulders nice and controlled as we come up. Think about our sitting position, so trying to sit up nice and tall. We're not sitting slouched, so staying up tall. And we're just going to get the shoulders and the arms warmed up first of all. Same thing this time, but wider on the band, so holding the band a little bit further apart, about 90 degrees at the shoulder, sitting up tall still, and we're going to pull the band straight out, keeping that shoulder height at about 90 degrees, straight out and back to the middle, straight out and back to the middle. Keep going. Let's do two more. 1, 2. Done. Have a little break. Okay. Rest through the middle if you need to. Okay, we're going to do one more set of those. So take a bit of tension off the band if you need to. And we're only going to do 6 of them. Swap positions of the band, so this time we're holding the band like a tray, bent elbows, and we're going out to the side with the band and then back to the middle, out and back, out and back, staying up nice and tall. Keep those shoulders away from your ears. Okay, keep the shoulders down, don't let them come up here. Switching on those shoulder muscles. The rotator cuff muscles is what we're working on here. That's good. And then popping the band onto our feet. Getting that nice stabilizing through the band. We're staying up tall for this one, and we're going to pull back, squeeze the shoulder blades, keep the elbows at 90, and then slowly forwards, back and forwards, back and forwards, using those upper back and shoulder blade muscles. Nice and tall. That's good. Keep breathing. Have a check-in of your breathing here again. few more. Good, keep in that upright position while we do them. Last one. Well done. Have a rest. Okay, I want you to get onto your knees next. Have a break, just reshuffle position. So on our knees next. Alright, and the band is going to go behind us this time. And up around the height of your bra line at the back. Holding the band at the front with your knuckles facing forwards. Keeping those elbows tucked in. And we're going to punch out in front. Straight arm position. And then back down to our side. Straight and down. Straight and down. Again, keep an eye on those shoulders, don't let them creep up to your ears. Okay, if this position doesn't work for you, you can come up higher. Okay, if you're not comfortable here with your ankles or your knees, you can do the same thing up here. But for the purpose of the video, so that you can see me hopefully, we'll stay down here. Nice and strong, getting those elbows nice and straight each time. Keep breathing. Two more. Well done. Okay. Next we're going to pop the band on the ground. And then we're going to kneel on the band, in the middle of the band. So, again, same thing, you can come up here if you're not comfortable where we were. Or else we're down here, holding the band, and we're going for some bicep curls. So we're bringing the band up, bending the elbows, and back down. So our elbows stay where they are. It's just bending the elbows. Nothing else is moving. Keep breathing. Keep those shoulders away from the ears again. Have a rest. Okay, this time we're going to come onto our sitting position again. And we're going to pop the band around our feet. Okay, and we're going to lie back down and bring our legs with us, with the band. And then from there, we're going to straighten the legs and sit up nice and tall. Okay, so we're using the band and the momentum to help us sit up tall. And then we're going to sit back down, bring our legs with us, straighten the legs and sit up tall. Back, tuck the legs, straighten and sit up tall. Lovely. When you have the rhythm going, next we're going to add in a little bit more. So we're going to straighten the legs first, bend the knees, then straighten the legs and sit up tall. Back, tuck, straighten, bend, use that leg momentum to get you up. Let's do 3 more. Tall. last one. Good. Okay. So take the band off your feet. We're going to do a different version of that. So same position of the hands that we started with. A little bit of tension on the band. And this time we're not going to use any momentum. If you can't do this, stick to the other version. Over the head. Keep that tension on the band as we use the tummy muscles to sit up nice and tall. Big reach at the top. And then we're tucking back down, keeping the tension on the band. That's good. It's a little bit harder, this one. Especially if I did my class yesterday. These tummy muscles might be complaining today. Up tall. Keep that tension on the band. Don't forget about holding that tension on. Keep breathing. 2 more. Last one. Well done. Okay, so next we're going to go for band around one leg. Okay, so around one foot. Try and get it equal length. We're going to lie down, bend one knee, so bend the knee that's not in the band. We're going to straighten the leg that has the band, and we're just going to do some little circles using the band to control the leg. If your band is a little bit looser, this might not work very well, but if you have a heavier resistance band, I would swap to that one now. And then the other direction with our circles. Try and keep the leg on the mat as still as you can. So it's just that leg in the air that's moving. Okay, and then we're going to bend that knee, hold onto the band with the 2 hands, and we're going to bring that leg into tabletop. So again, that 90-90 position at the hip and the knee. Hold the band steady with your hands, and we're going to straighten the leg and then come back to tabletop. Straight and back. And I want you to try and control the leg out and then control it right back to tabletop each time. Okay, so don't let the knee flick out. So try not to let it just flick. Okay, we're going to try and get there nice and slow and controlled, and then come back to our tabletop each time. Out and in. Out and in. Out and in. Out and in. Obviously, the more tension you put on the band, the harder this will be. Keep going. Getting that nice control at the end each time. One more. Lovely. Okay, and then we're going to swap legs. Okay, so bent knee on the other side to start with. We're holding that leg in the band, and I would probably hold it up pretty high just so you have a bit more control, a bit more tension on the band. And then we're going to go for some little circles to start with, keeping that knee straight. Trying to keep this leg as steady as we can. Excuse me. And swap directions. Okay, and then back to the middle, holding the band with the two legs, the two hands. Okay, pop the hands down on the ground again, getting your anchor ready. Start off in tabletop, and then from tabletop, we're going to straighten that leg out and back to tabletop. Out and back. Out and back. And again, you're thinking about not letting that knee flick out. Nice and controlled out against the band. And then don't let the band fling you back in. Control it back to tabletop. Lovely, keep breathing. Two more. Well done. Okay, next one is a little bit of a challenge. So if you want to just do another round of single legs, that's fine. Otherwise, we're going to try and do some double legs. So pop two legs in the band. A little bit more resistance on the band will help you here. Keep those elbows on the ground with your anchor of your band. And we're going to go for both legs out together and then back to tabletop. Out and back. Out and back. So the higher you kick your legs, makes it a little bit easier. It's still pretty hard. So obviously the lower you go, the harder it is. Okay, you can lift your head and shoulders off the ground for this one if you like. Keep breathing. Two more. Well done. Have a rest. Okay, let's do knees into tummy after that. Holding the knees. And we're just doing a little bit of rocking from side to side. Good job. Okay. So, copper band in our hands. We're just gonna get a little bit of warm up going first of all before we go for the band. Feet on the floor, hands on the floor. We're gonna go into some bridging. So up and down, using those glutes to lift the bum off the floor. Big squeeze for the glutes. Okay, so this time we're going to add the band in. Okay, so we're going to do, again, a little bit of tension on the band. And we're going to go over the head with the band while we lift the bum. And then back down. over and down, and keeping that tension on the band. 2 more. Keep that tension on. Well done. Okay, sitting up after that. And this time we're going to pop the band around our knees. So just above your knees, okay? So don't do it on your knees, just above. And you can tie it as tight as you like, but obviously the tighter the harder. So if you've got a pretty light band, you might want to tie it a little bit tighter. If you have a pretty heavy band, you're not going to want it too tight. Okay, and we're going to lie back down. I might show you this one this way. So our band is between our knees, and the band is pulling you in, and you're working to keep your legs against the band, so about hip width apart. Okay, so we're going to do a bridging, keeping that resistance on the band. And we're going to try and not let the legs wobble, so try not to let them wobble against the band. Okay, this time we're going to add in a little push at the top. So we're going to lift up, push out, back to the middle, and drop down. So lift, push, middle, down. Lift, push, middle, down. That's good. Keep that nice control. So come back to the same spot each time after you push out. So push out, back right to the middle, and then drop. Up, push, middle, down. Up, push, middle, down. Up, push, middle, down. Well done. You can make that harder, okay, so we can go up, keep that tension on the band, lift one leg, lift the other leg, and then drop down, okay? But we want to keep that control. So don't let the band pull your other leg in. Don't let it pull the leg that's lifted either. And then drop down. Up, lift, lift, and down. Up, lift, lift, and down. Well done. Well done. Let's finish off with a set of pushing into the band. So again, up, push into the band, back to the middle, down, up, push, back, down, up, push, back, down, up, push, back. So that was a nice way to get our little glute muscles warmed up for the next step. So the next one we're going to go for is lying on our side. Okay. So we're going to tie our band around our knees again. Again, you might need to tighten it a little bit more. If you felt like it was a bit too loose in the glute bridges, you can tighten it up a little bit now before you go on to the next one. And we're going for our clams. Okay, so since we did our warm-up for our bridges, we're going to go straight into it. So we're going to do feet stuck together. You can leave your feet on the floor and lift the top leg, or you can bring the feet up and lift from there, whichever works better for you. So we're going to hold that position through the pelvis and the bottom leg, and we're just lifting the top leg against the band. Keep that nice control. Keep that bottom leg steady, so it's just the top leg that's moving. Again, obviously the tighter the band here, the harder it is, but the less height you're going to get as well. So don't worry too much about how much height you're getting. We're more concerned about getting those bum muscles working hard. 2 more. Have a rest. Well done. Okay. This time we're going to go down to the ankles. Alright. Now, I've tied my band a little bit bigger, so I'm going to bring my band up a little bit higher. Or if you're a little bit tighter, you can go down to the ankles. We're going to do both legs straight this time. Okay. A little bit of tension on the band. And then we're lifting both legs up and down. Up and down. So keeping that tension on the band while we do little lifts with both legs. Good, keep a little bit of tension on the band. Well done, one more. Good job. Okay. Let's swap sides. So we're doing a clam to start with again. So starting off with those hips rolled over, feet stuck together. Again, feet on the floor, or you can bring our feet up. And we're lifting from there, up and down, keeping that control through the bottom leg, and it's just the top leg that's moving against the resistance of the band. Again, it doesn't matter how high you lift your leg, we're using those glutes. The tighter you have your band, the harder it'll be to lift, but it doesn't matter how high you lift it. Well done. Last 2. Good. Well done. So let's shimmy the band down around our ankles again. Both legs straight this time. And we're hovering off the ground slightly with a little bit of tension on the band. Okay, so tension on the band, and we're going to pulse. So up and down, up and down, up and down, up. Keep that tension on the band. Looks good. Well done. tired at this stage. Well done, keep going, 2 more. 1, 2, well done. Okay, so pop the band off for now. Let's roll onto our tummy, and we're going to just do a little bit of stretching first of all. Hands under our shoulders, pushing straight up, getting a nice stretch through the lower back, and then back down, and push up, stretch, and down. Let's do about 5 more of those. Well done, and then sitting back on your heels, having a nice little stretch. And up. Okay, don't worry about the band for this next bit. Just want to go through a bit of a different exercise with you. So we're going to look at planking, but we're going to do some different versions. Okay, so we're going to go from kneeling position with our toes on the floor. Our hands are just below our shoulders, and we're going to go from there up onto our tippy toes, keeping that kind of kneeling position. So we're just lifting the knees off the floor, and we're imagining that our back is in a straight line from our bum through to our shoulders, so we're not sagging in the middle. We're keeping those tummy muscles nice and switched on, and then come back down. And we're going to do that a few times. So come up, hold, 2, 3, and down, and up, hold, 2, 3, and down, and again, up, hold, 2, 3, and down, and again, up, hold, 2, 3, and down. 2 more, up, hold, 2, 3, and down, and again, up, hold, 2, 3, and down. Well done. Bring the hands out a little bit further this time. So what we're going to do this time is go from our kneeling plank position to our standing plank position. Kneeling, standing, kneeling, standing. Okay? Just catch your breath after that. So we're going to go for 10 of those. So hands a little bit further forward, I would say. And we're going to come into our plank, so our kneeling plank. So when you come forward, your hands should be under your shoulders. And then from there, we have our feet curled in, ready to stand up. We're going to stand and down. That's 1, 2. Keep your bum off the floor. Trying to keep that plank position. Straight line from our feet to our hips to our shoulders. Well done. 2 more. 2. Have a rest. Well done. Have a breather while I tie my hair up. Okay, we're going to do 1 more set of planks. Nasty little plank routine that I sneaked in there. You thought you were doing only banded stuff. I said I'd give you a little bit of a A little bit of surprise with some planks. Okay, so this time we're going to do, this is for anyone who found that that was manageable and wants to do a little bit more. If you're finding that's challenging enough, we're just going to do another set of 10 of those, okay? Or we're going to come up to our plank and we're going to do some leg lifts. And we're going to hold the plank up for 2 leg lifts, so each leg, and then drop back down to the knees. Okay, so it's going to look like up, leg up, and down, up, leg up, and down. If that's easy and you want to hold your plank for the whole thing, and you want to stay up there and just keep doing leg lifts, that's fine. Okay? So, we're either doing what we just did, or you can follow me. So we're going to go up into our plank, one leg, other leg, and drop to our knees. Up, one leg, and down. That's 2. 3. 4, well done. 5. 2 more. Last one. Well done. Have a rest. So sit back into your child's pose. And breathe. Well done. Okay, so one more exercise with the band to show you, and then we're gonna cool down. So we're nearly there. So this is where the tricky bit comes in. We have to untie the band again. Be a little bit finicky. That's why if you have a few bands, nice, because you can have one tied and one not tied. But unfortunately, I only have one band in the house, which is probably the case for most people. So we just have to make do. Okay. So band open. We're going to lie in our tummy. If you have a towel, you can pop your towel in front of your head. Okay, and we're going to pop the band just below our bum, equal length, and we're holding onto the band, head on the floor, a little bit of tension on the band, and then we're going to lift the head and shoulders off the floor with tension on the band, and then back down. Okay, so have a little feel of what kind of tension feels right. Actually holding a little bit closer with more tension can be a little bit easier with this one. A little bit higher, a little bit further out with less tension can be a little bit harder actually with this one. So we're going to do a few of those. So tension on, straight arms, shoulders away from your ears, lifting up and down. And keeping those legs nice and relaxed, so it's just the upper body that's moving. Stay looking down at the mat, so don't lift your head up with you. Keep that chin tucked in. Squeezing your shoulder blades. Well done, have a little break. So bring the band around to the front. And this time we're going to go for a Y shape with the hands. So we're going to start off in our Y. Shimmy down just so you can definitely see me. So Y shape with the hands. Tension on the band at the top of our Y. And then we're going to lift up and down. Up and down. Up and down. Keep the head facing down again. One more. Have a little break. So it's a pretty hard exercise, so leave the band out if that's too hard. Or I'll stick to the other one where we have the band down around our bum. Otherwise we're going to do a set of 6 more. Okay, so off we go. Tension on, lift up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well done. Really nice. So roll over onto your back. Throw the band away. Don't want to see it again for another while. Okay, roll onto the back. Bring the knees into your tummy. And we're doing a little bit of rolling from side to side. So we might be a bit sore after that class. I definitely have a little bit of a rest day tomorrow if you feel like you worked pretty hard. Or just do some gentle exercise or go for a walk or something. Feet on the floor. And we're rolling from side to side. Just do a little bit of stretching after that. So there's some nice options for you guys with the bands. You don't have to do all of them. If you're doing this video another time, you might find some of them work for you and some of them don't. So you can leave out some of them and just do the non-banded version. Well done. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope you find it a little bit challenging, because it's meant to be a little bit of a challenge. And I will hopefully do the same type of thing but with a ball, because some people will have a ball at home, and it just means we can do a bit of a variation with some of the exercises. And so enjoy your Easter weekend, and hopefully you'll get this done at least once over the weekend, maybe even twice if you're feeling energetic. And have a lovely weekend, and stay safe.